depth, temperature, but this unit right here is what's called a fast lock GPS. And most GPS units take a while to get a fix on satellites. So the main innovation of this GPS is that for that brief second the whale is at the surface, it gets a picture of the GPS satellites that we can then download and interpret the position from. So this will basically give us the position of the whale on every surfacing. And the main thing we wanted to do is put these out so that they go overnight, because we get lots of data on what whales do during the daytime and where they are in the daytime, but we get very little data on where they are at night. So with this tag we can get both their behavior at night, and what that's told us is they're actually spending twice as much time near the surface at night than they are in the day. So if ship traffic is coming through at night, which it is, they're actually more vulnerable to be struck by ships at night. And then the other thing it's going to give us is where is the whale at night, because it may feed in a certain area in the daytime that might overlap with shipping lanes, but that might be different from what's happening at night. Our indications are that most of these whales around here the blue whales are not feeding at night, and they're actually in more of a resting behavior near the surface. And they seem to move away from the same places they're feeding in the day. So that could bring them into contact with ships in different areas than what we're seeing when we just see where the whales are during the daytime. So that's what we hope to learn from this tag. We put this tag on at about 9:30 yesterday morning, and we put it on we're at the base of the San Pedro Canyon. I think we were probably just a few miles over this way that we put it on. We'll be able to look at that. And then it was, when we came in last night, it was still on the whale. But it could have come off any time since last night to now. My hope is it was on through the night, but we have no way to know until we download the data and we look at the dive record. There is just a few traces of skin in the suction cup, so we're going to collect that skin. That's going to be genetically analyzed by a NOAA lab down in San Diego that's part of Southwest Fisheries Science Center. That'll give us both the sex of the whale. You can also identify individual animals genetically, not just from the markings. We have photographs of this whale. This is actually one of the photographs we have on the laptop that shows a whale in front of a tanker. Is the same whale we put this tag on. So that's an image. It's actually, we didn't realize it till after we put this tag on, but it's a whale that's been around here for over a month, the same animal. And we were able to recognize it when we looked at the photos last night, that this was a whale. The tag went on the same whale that we had that tag on about a month ago.
And how do you recognize it from the photograph?
Yeah, it's blue whales have a light and dark pigment pattern information, and there's just a ton of information. We have over 2,200 different blue whales identified uniquely from their markings, so it represents most of the population that uses these waters. And it's a very time-consuming process, but it's a very, very straightforward process. It's usually done by eye, and we can recognize these individuals. They have fairly distinct dorsal fins, and you can categorize to some degree using the dorsal fin, but most of the information is this light and dark pigment pattern.
And where is that? Where on the whale?
It's on the entire body. Oh. We focus on the pigment pattern in the vicinity of the dorsal fin because it gives us a reference point, so we can kind of line up the photographs. So we look for that pigment pattern near the dorsal fin, but they actually have this detailed pigment pattern on their whole body.
I've got some pictures I can show you too that I brought.